frame rate, please. What's up, guys? Welcome back. We got more SLI Open Qualifiers Semifinals. And look at this blue Pikachu. Thank you for tagging up. I love you guys. But you guys are also down a game, so good luck. I hope the logo, I hope the flag brings you power to win. Push it to a game 3 because I just want to see more interesting Dota. Gimme all the interesting Dota, but for right now, guys, again, it is going to be blue Pikachu versus Snakewingz on the Radiant and Dire, respectively. We got ourselves a real draft, guys. We got ourselves no break either. Unlike Lord's going to be casting this and the next game, so don't go anywhere. We still got more Dota after this game, even if it is going to be a 2-0. Or, you know, if it's not, who knows. There's another set after this, that's what I mean to say. But we got Necrophos Spiritbreaker going up against AA Night Stalker, now in Underlord. Blue Pikachu going into their bag of tricks for sure in this game. You don't really see these heroes picked up, you know, together all that often. As far as synergy is concerned, it's okay. Like, Underlord is definitely one of these consistent pressure heroes. Does offer you some shenanigans with his ultimate, but it's not really going to be anything huge with the Night Stalker and Ancient Apparition. It is mostly just a response to the Necrophos. Necrophos got in, he was replaced by a Tinker, it looks like, in the first phase of banning. Sure, why not? I don't think Tinker was banned in the last game, definitely wasn't picked, so he's banned out now. There's a lot of mid lane hate, though, on both of these sides. The pool of viable mid lane heroes is huge. Like, you can always Quap or whatever and be fine, or TA and Ember. I mean, you're going to be fine no matter what, but both these teams definitely paring that down a lot. But blue Pikachu, again, jumping into their bag of tricks, want to, at least as much as they can, hard counter that Necrophos. He does take a lot of extra damage when he is not able to heal himself from his Ghost Shroud amplification, whatever it's called. The fact that his Ghost Shroud amplifies healing doesn't matter, let's say, when he's hit by the chill effect of the Ancient Apparition. Necrophos also not really a good hero when he's silenced, and Night Stalker is definitely a hero that can do that. All that being said, it may be going too deep into the tank to deal with the Necrophos, now going for a Phantom Lancer blue Pikachu. I like this decision quite a bit. I mean, it is a hero that, with a Monkey King Spiritbreaker opening that Snakewingz have, can burst down. Like, just make sure to stun him, land a charge, and then sight them. You can kill him off before he can really react to anything. And looking at blue Pikachu, their support cast is already picked, and they don't have any of these save type heroes. They don't have a Dazzle, they don't have an Oracle, and they probably can't fit it into their draft either. So if you are able to catch up to and stun a Phantom Lancer the first time, you probably will kill him. That being said, Phantom Lancer is a hero that is agility, and that would love to buy Diffusal Blade, because it's just what Phantom Lancer does. But Diffusal Blade is also incredible versus Necrophos to make sure he doesn't stay in that Ghost Shroud form. Purge it right off, keep right-clicking, get the kill. They are going all out in order to kill off this Necrophos right now. On the other end, on the meantime, Monkey King and Spiritbreaker, again, very similar opening from the last game, coming out from Snakewingz, set themselves up to be very aggressive. They will have many opportunities if they, again, have any sort of vision up on the map. And if blue Pikachu stumble into it, they're going to be in a lot of trouble. Now, these heroes will struggle to kill off the likes of Underlord, Night Stalker. These are really bulky heroes versus physical damage. And Spiritbreaker and Monkey King are almost entirely that. So that's going to be a little bit tough. But land an Ancient Apparition charge, and oh baby, you've got a stew going. Now, where's the sustained damage going to be coming from the Snakewingz side? Because Necrophos does need some time to get going. They do have to deal with the Phantom Lancer, and they are severely lacking AoE. Phantom Lancer doesn't really have any like super bad matchups necessarily. At least as much as they can, they would like to avoid anyone who relies on lifesteal or anyone who relies on physical damage. They'll run back the Omni-Knight. Interesting decision for sure. It is again, another one of these combo-based heroes. We didn't really see it a lot in the last game, but Omni-Knight was the safe lane farmer in the last game, with some different circumstances, so they don't have to run that back necessarily. But Magic Community, pretty incredible here. Being able to respond to the Crippling Fear, and what's the last pick? It's like the exact same freaking draft. I didn't like load into a replay, did I? A bugged replay with Underlord? This is like the exact same thing they did in the last game. Okay, whatever, guys. It's a little bit different. But Monkey King, Spirit Breaker, very, very aggressive support heroes. And it looks like they just want to kind of lock down the map and grind it out. They're going to lack that kind of Tinker or Nature's Prophet kind of hero in order to really seriously grind out the map. But they do have the ability to get these pickoffs very, very quickly with now a Sunstrike to cap off all those stuns. Pretty much exactly what we saw in the last game, except no Nyx Assassin. And Blue Pikachu, well, they didn't win the last game, so what are they going to do here? The Phantom Lancer is getting better and better. It has a tough time sometimes versus Invoker. That Deafening Blast Meteor combo is backbreaking, but is really good up against that Omni-Knight because, again, you're going for Diffusal Blade. That's a given. You burn his mana, you take out the GA, take out the Repel, you're happy as a Phantom Lancer. Looking for a mid lane matchup, though, for the Invoker is pretty tough. The hero that they would really want to have is someone like a Puck. Not because the Puck is necessarily going to destroy the Invoker, but because Puck is very Spirit Breaker proof. You got to make sure that your last pick is kind of proof versus the Monkey King versus or Spirit Breaker, because you know that in the Invoker matchup 1v1, you're probably going to be okay, but it's not going to be a 1v1 lane. Puck is banned out, unfortunately. Quap is, I don't know. Quap is actually okay here. Pure damage versus the Omni-Knight is quite nice. You get that blink ability as well. It does seem like that might just be their best option. They can Phantom Lancer mid, and I actually don't mind that at all. I wouldn't be surprised if that's what they're talking about in their chat. Because PL versus Invoker is a fine matchup in a vacuum. And PL can also dodge charges. He can dodge Monkey King ganks because he has that Doppelgang. Ooh, and it will be just that, it looks like. I like the adaptation. Vengeful Spirit going to put Blue Pikachu on a much more aggressive standing here. That ability to save coming out from a core, really, really valuable. And being able to displace heroes like Necrophos or Omni-Knight, heroes that really rely on their positioning heavily to survive and be effective in those fights, is going to give Blue Pikachu a pretty decent shot, I would say. Like, it also just makes the AA and the Night Stalker a lot more powerful. I would say now that, oh, shit. Giant freaking bug that just flew up. The windows aren't even open. Okay, we're good. We're fine. We're fine. But the Vengeful Spirit makes the AA a lot more powerful with the Night Stalker. With just those two, if you try to cold feed someone, probably not going to work. But with the Magic Missile, it probably will work. And of course, yeah, just a ranged hero to right-click in with Chilling Touch. You got a lot of benefit there. The Underlord just seems to kind of just be there. The disable is going to be incredible. You do need that pit, because it's one of the very few disables Blue Pikachu have. But yeah, I'm not really sure about this like draft order for Blue Pikachu. It is a fine draft, I would say, but it seems like on the other end, Snakewingz have proven themselves to be very comfortable with these heroes, you know, bar Necrophos, and it's going to be a close one. I don't think I would favor any team super heavily. Again, I'm not really huge on the Underlord, but I do think that this game mostly relies on what this Phantom Lancer can get done. They're going to put him in the mid lane versus the Invoker, I would expect. And if he's able to dodge all the ganks, make sure he's able to get those last hits, keep the Invoker somewhat down with the Lances, then I could see this game being run over by a late game Phantom Lancer. Who, by the way, is, I'm pretty sure, the Blue Pikachu that they're referring to in the Blue Pikachu team name. I don't really have any proof of that, but it kind of feels right, you know? Because, like, look at this guy over here, look over here. It's pretty much identical. It's literally the exact same thing. This is a game that, unfortunately, through Face It, can't do best of 3 ticks. But the Dire team are currently ahead in the game, guys. Don't forget. It looks like they may be blindsided here. There is a smoke that's... I don't know who's drafting. But the smoke is going to be completely whiffed.
30 seconds.
Apparently they're not happy with the drafting. RuneScapers here. Yeah, let's be honest. We would all rather just be playing RuneScape right now over Dota. Is 20 million a lot? I mean, back in 2004, if you had 20 million, man, you were a rich son of a bitch in RuneScape. But there might have been like some serious inflation, and now like the standard, the quote-unquote standard currency in RuneScape might just be like billions. It's like, oh yeah, here noob, have 10 million and get yourself some iron armor. I don't know, inflation, man, it just happens that way sometimes. Let's take a look at these lanes. And let's take a look at maybe this. Godlike is running back his Monkey King in. He may have a chance to kill this bug. Is it a bug? Oh, it's a dead bug. Womp. That's a Radiant Courier down. And applause. And this Phantom Lancer is going to be kind of upset. Just lance him, but, you know, got some Jingu mastery. He is a master of the Jingu. Not entirely sure what Jingu is, but he's good at it. Bottom lane is definitely going to be boring. He's got Scourge McDuck going up against the Omni Knight once again. And the Underlord has a slightly better matchup versus the Omni Knight than the Earthshaker that he was playing previously. But still, this Frempo guy should be having a pretty decent time over in this bottom lane. No one should be dying in there. All the action's going to be happening up towards top. Speaking of, here comes the Chilling Touch. Look at the damage from 3 heroes right-clicking in. Oh my god. Yeah. Auron AA, Save Night Stalker, Whiskey Venge. Going up against, right now at least, just a Snare Spirit Breaker and a J Necrophos is so impossible to deal with. If you get hit with the Magic Missile, you're dead, man. You're just dead. As long as Chilling Touch is up. Chilling Touch is a pretty balanced spell, as we all know. And Save has the boots to make sure he's able to close distance for that initial slow. Therefore, making sure that the slower hero in the Vengeful Spirit is able to follow up with the Magic Missile and then Cold Feet and then a whole bunch of pain. And this Spirit Breaker is not really the type of hero that can really do anything about that. Like, yeah, he can charge in, maybe disrupt some guys, maybe. But he is not going to be able to apply any passive pressure whatsoever in this lane. It is just not a possibility. They don't have the range for that. They don't have the right support heroes for that. What the support heroes do have is just the ability to kill people, but not if their Necrophos isn't there. Necrophos is just going to tick down to the Cold Feet and right clicks. And Auron, oh, is taking a lot of damage there. He wanted to body block for the Night Stalker. They're going a little bit too far in, actually. They got to be careful. Stick Charge is not quite enough mana on Whiskey for a Magic Missile, so everyone will survive on the Radiant and the Dire. Yeah, did kill off the Courier, and that is going to be incredible for Brink. But right now, the Phantom Lancer is kind of giving the Invoker the business. Again, this in a vacuum is a pretty good matchup for the Phantom Lancer. The fact he lost his Courier makes it slightly worse, but there's not really much that the support of the Dire can do to deal with this PL. You gotta stay up towards top lane. If your Necrophos doesn't get farm, you're probably not winning that game. If underfarm Necrophos is a pretty shitty hero. Speaking of, if any of you guys think, hey, he's intelligent, he's got a healing, he play him as support. No. Bad Twitch chat. Don't do that. Unfortunately, he is the type of hero not to win the lane through bursts. He's the type of hero to win the lane by grinding it out. He's going to out-regenerate you. He is going to out-CS you. At least, that should be the plan. And that is the exact opposite of what Blue Pikachu are doing here. Their lane is entirely designed around burst. And we've seen it work twice now. They just want to make sure that they find an opportunity and then, boom, you're dead. And there's nothing you can do about that. This type of grind-out style only really works when you're able to have an average-ish lane where you're able to at least hit the creep wave. And we see the Necrophos with 4 CS is probably not going to be hitting many creeps in this game, at least not for right now. The Dire are doing okay with their Omni Knight. They're doing okay with their Invoker, but almost across the board, the Radiant are leading. In kills, CS. In Courier kills, maybe not as much so, but the game is still young, you know what I'm saying? I'm not really sure who was drafting for the Snakewingz side, but yeah, these this draft seems like it has some serious issues, especially in their supporting crew. I like second picking Spirit Breaker. I'm a big fan of that. I am not a fan of doing that and then Monkey King in 2 games in a row. I feel like that's just way too weak. And now Jay is just screwed, right? He needs a Magic Missile to land. Here's the Flying Vision. They will still land the Magic Missile. It's a little bit late, though. Godlike will be fine. They've whiffed their burst, but they still have Chilling Touch procs, and look at the damage from that Chilling Touch. Jeez. You gotta heal, get some CS, Necrophos, try your best. It's only level 2 pulse, though. So, regen per kill is mediocre, and now, Snare is going to get snared and dead. No, dead. What the hell killed him? Did Orb of Venom kill him? Whatever, man. This top lane has no game up against the Radiant top lane. Blue Pikachu are stomping this lane, and it is not even close. And Underlord is apparently not enjoying his bottom lane, though. So I guess that's something that's going well for the Dire here. This Omni Knight for Snakewingz in both these games has been doing some serious work. And once you get a little bit of extra mana spam on the Omni Knight, it's like Soul Ring and Arcane's going to be in this game, then whoever you are, I don't care who you are, you're going to be in for a tough time. Whiskey will dodge the jump in from Godlike, still gets it with a charge. They have a Death Pulse only. And now, well, they froze the Spirit Breaker. Magic Missile to follow up. How much right-click damage do they have with no Chilling Touch? It's a lot, but not enough. Boundless Strike will be thrown out, and that's about it. They really can't do anything until this Necrophos is level 6. Once they get that Scythe, they have a chance of catching a hero that, like, perhaps overextended and maybe getting a cheese response and then surviving thanks to the regen. But until then, you're just dead, Necrophos. No, never mind. He'll heal up back to full. Alvin is a little bit late there on Spellcast because he didn't have any mana. And now they may have overcommitted, but again, it's just a Death Pulse Necrophos, level 2. I mean, Ghost Shroud is great. Don't get me wrong, guys. It saved his bacon right there. But him not dying is not him winning the lane. Brink is having a really tough time also. I mean, CS-wise, is only going to get better for him as he is picking up more points in the Quas for regen and Sword for right clicks. But this spam from the Phantom Lancer with the bottle is substantial. You know, Phantom Lancer, oh, now it's saved. Can't get the kill. Ghost Walk already invoked. Phantom Lancer, I saw one Phantom Lancer. It was actually against me in my lane. Get a Soul Ring. I actually don't think that's a terribly bad build. I wouldn't get Bottle and Soul Ring on Phantom Lancer, but we could see how much work he's putting in versus Brink just with this Bottle and, I guess, now Aquila mana regeneration. If you get a Soul Ring, man, you could do some serious work with that Lance. It's so weird also, since you don't expect like an agility hero to have such a primo nuke. But it's pretty effective. How's his defense, though? Because here comes the charge. Cold Snap is going to be used. He's not going to doppelgang it. Boundless Strike, just Chain Stun is good, but it didn't do any damage because it was just a Cold Snap and just a charge with barely any right clicks in. And despite the 3-kill lead, despite the thrashing on top lane, CS is not really closing this net worth gap as much as I thought it would. Mostly because of this Omni Knight versus Underlord. I thought the Underlord would be doing a lot better here, but I guess not. And now that the Omni Knight is maxed out in the Purification, not much that the Underlord can actually do because of this. It's like, you get caught in that gravy that is the degen aura, you're not escaping, especially when you have no pit. Frempo is going in, man. The Purification's gonna hit pretty hard, charges in, and they swamp with the hammer. Save is not gonna be able to live up to his namesake, and now he's in a little trouble. Gets bashed up as well, but Frempo needs a Purification, will get one out. Trying to dig his way to hide, but that's not going to work. You're dead. That's kind of just what happens when you go behind a tier 1. It turns out it's not the safest play. They end up losing the Omni Knight. They gain an Underlord kill, but it is not worth it. The Omni Knight should not be trading his life for that of the Underlord. They're kind of feeling the desperation a little bit here, though. Oh, Necrophos just picked up his Scythe. This is a big opportunity, but Spirit Breaker is way too far. Godlike's like, let's go, boys! And then he's like, no, I shouldn't have gone in. It was a bad idea. It's like, where the hell's my Spirit Breaker? And now Spirit Breaker's like, let's do this, boys! And he gets a bash. Needs like 2 more. Oh, got 1. Scythe, not live yet. He doesn't have mana for a Scythe. He can't kill her. Whiskey's just gonna walk out of here. Oh, Sunstrike. Oh, a little bit late. And now they're diving the tower. Whiskey Scythe, that's a dead Venge, right? Yes, it is. Fire comes down, but there's no pit here from Scourge. And that should be Snare to survive. That was slow and messy and painful, but in the end, worked out for the Dire side, albeit barely.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Trading a Monkey King for a Vengeful Spirit. Again, not ideal given the circumstances. They probably could have, if they were a little more coordinated with that, killed off the Vengeful Spirit just with the charge, Bound Strike, Sunstrike combo. And, you know, avoided all that hassle, but, you know, beggars can't be choosers. Gotta take what you can get. And AA is level 5, jeez. You don't often see a full offensive tri-lane get that much action successfully. When you do, even then, even when you do, your levels tend to fall behind because you're splitting all the experience 3 ways. But he just read the tome, and level 6 is right around the corner, so he's not doing too bad for himself. Scourge is probably fine. There's actually no one here. Just gotta show him what's what. Get that Greater Bash out. You don't want to let the Underlord do whatever he wants. You also don't want to die as the Necrophos. And luckily for him, there's no global base ability yet on the enemy team. But next time there's a big ball of ice coming towards him, pretty sure. Frempo, Magic Missile, that's not going to work. He just repel, right? Or Purify. They didn't even cold feed him, despite it being maxed out. I guess they just knew it wouldn't work. But I like this rotation. Put the Venge and the AA down on bottom lane. Yeah, you're maybe throwing Underlord to the Wolves a little bit, but at least you get to pressure the Omni Knight. So Omni Knight won't die to an Underlord ever, but he might die in this setup. Especially once level 6 is hit, Purification gets a lot worse when you can't heal. Although he may be baiting. Necrophos is moving in. The Radiant may have seen it with this Observer Ward, I'm not entirely sure. And, well, now they see him. Ghost Shroud on the Vengeful Spirit. Scythe, it's close, not enough. Still should get the kill. Oh, swaps out. Not dead just yet, and he will survive. Where the hell is this Invoker? There's an Invoker on the Dire, right? I'm not imagining this. Sunstrike. Oh, he got him. He was just going for the style points. That's a dead Venge right there, guys. Oh, Ice Blast, though. Coming in towards mid. They're going to set up for a dive on Brink. No, there's no mana on the PL. He's still dead anyway. No, he should be fine. PL in the meantime messing with Snare, who jacks an Invisor. A little bit too close for comfort there, and whoa, okay, there's an Omni Knight down there diving for some reason. It is nighttime, in case you guys didn't know. And Night Stalker is pretty good in the nighttime, I hear. Scourge can get bounced by Monkey King. Got him. He's got to be really careful here. Luckily, he missed the Iron Talon chop. But that was not worth it. And people are dying in the meantime. What the F are you? What? Why are you there, Necrophos? I don't understand. Can they burst down the Underlord, though, before the Rift comes in? No. That was a pretty big Purify hit. Underlord is still a sad hero in this game.
Dire's middle tower has been denied.
Still, net worth-wise, the Radiants, yeah, are ahead. On heroes that matter as well. PL and Venge can definitely put the screws to you early on if they get ahead, and they're doing just that. Bottom lane, Venge is going to town. PL, faster Diffusal Blade, right around the corner, in fact. And then, to the Invoker's credit, he's not super far behind given the circumstances. Hasn't died, does have the Midas, so his game plan is still pretty much on par with what it has to be. It's just this Necrophos is really struggling to find farms. And Necrophos is a hero that kind of just needs to get off to a good start. It's possible to recover, and with this Radiance build, that is going to be probably the best build to recover. The only problem is that it's really freaking expensive, and it keeps him very soft. So if he gets caught with that Magic Missile combo again, like, Radiance is not going to save him. Not a chance in hell. Gotta play to win, though, right? If you play to win, you're gonna have a chance. If you play to not lose, yeah, you're probably gonna lose. I don't know, is that... I heard that in, said a lot in, like, Magic the Gathering context. By the way, Frempo's dead again. Is that, like, you don't play to not lose, you play to win. I don't know if that's, like, a thing. Or if that's a nerd thing, I have no clue, but Frempo should not have been there. He's dead now. Oh, missed the tree again. This Underlord is starting to be quite the nuisance. They don't really have any heroes that can easily deal with this Underlord. If they had a higher level on this Necrophos, they would have a chance, but they don't. Godlike, rooted down, only a little bit. Cold Feet should still proc. Never mind, he's dead. And now the Necrophos is going to wander in and immediately regret his decision. Ice Blast, oh, he's dead. One hit, he's dead. Seems like they just forgot there's an Ice Blast, and now Frempo is going to arrive, thinking that this is going to be a good decision. So far, it's not a bad decision. It's not great either. They're going to Sunstrike, though, to kill off save. Now go for the GA. Diffusal Blade is up. Frempo, where are your spells? And now, dead to the Phantom Lancers. Snare's going to go back in, because that seems like a good decision. I don't think it was a good decision. I'm not an expert, but it didn't seem like it was worth it. So, turns out, Diffusal Blade on Phantom Lancer is absolutely nuts. If you get Diffusal Blade that quickly, you're going to be whooping some ass. That was even a fight without Venge, who, by the way, is still just doing split push business on the bottom lane. She is pretty darn stacked as well. Along with that Phantom Lancer, this is a timing that Blue Pikachu have kind of created for themselves, where they are easily stronger than that of the Dire. Like, they can do pretty much whatever they want, wherever they want. The Radiance on the Necrophos is not going to be up for about a million years, so there's not much to fear from them. As far as initiation is concerned, well, they can actually land it onto this Phantom Lancer now, but it's just a Spirit Breaker, and Spirit Breaker might just be dead here. Ice Blast is there. They're hesitant about pulling the trigger on that Purification, because you'll only get the damage. Another charges out onto this Phantom Lancer. They do see it, I think, with the illusions. It's daytime, so they should definitely see it. And if you're spotted, you're not going to ever land it on the Phantom Lancer because of the Doppel. Seems like about that time, though, where the Radiant team are probably able to force down any given objective, should they want to. And Whiskey is already with that Dragon Lance. That's really all you need as a Vengeful Spirit in order to get the damage onto the towers and stay safe. Underlord, what does he have? Not really that much as far as pushing is concerned. Like, yeah, this is really tanky for him. But hey, it doesn't matter if you can kill off an Omni Knight. Free push, right?
Night comes for you.
But he doesn't have like a pipe or a mech or anything like that, so he's not quite ready to like aid to the push in that regard. But I think they're strong enough; they can just go for it anyway. And they will do just that, because this Phantom Lancer is pretty darn jacked. Because even without Venge, just 3 heroes, 3 random melee heroes killing off a tier 2, no big deal. Can they at least kill off Whiskey? Here comes the monkeys. Magic Missile's already out. Scythe is going to be held. It's only a level 1 Scythe now. Here comes the backup. He's in a lot of trouble. Ghost Shroud heal? Not enough. He'll just get blown to hell. Monkey in the meantime bounces out of there. The tower gets denied. And that hurts. Losing 2 heroes and a tier 2. And then, yeah, your tower gets denied. Ice Blast lands the snare. He will die to this combo, but can salvage it. I think he's dead. Yeah, he is. Not entirely sure if that's worth it either. You can kind of feel the desperation from the Dire at this point. Like, they're going for these incredibly aggressive plays, where I would think if they had an even game, they would not be touching these plays with a 10-foot pole, but they're just going for them because they kind of feel like they have to. Can't really blame them for that, but it is costing them a lot. I don't know if you guys can hear the phone ringing in the background. Yeah, I'm currently in a household that still has a landline. How messed up is that? Oh, hey, there's the mech. Okay, so yeah, now, at this point, Blue Pikachu can go in and actually get whatever objective they want. If they want to. The alternative of sitting back and farming is really risky up against a Necrophos and a Midas Invoker. Oh, who, by the way, has an Aghanim Scepter completed. He has that. So it is definitely going to be in their best interests to push this advantage as much as possible. And Snare, you gotta charge out like right now before... Oh, that's not a charge out. That is definitely not a charge out. So he's dead. And Frempo, you don't want to be doing this. It's gonna be really hard to find the real Phantom Lancer here. And Jay has a level 1 Scythe only. Ghost Shroud will not do jack. Finds the real one, does a hell of a lot of nothing. And now just gonna get run down. Still killed off by the PL. He's a little bit low on juice, so he will actually have some earn charges for himself. Yeah, he's got 2 more on Night Stalker. Not a huge fan of them pushing mid lane. I would just go straight top, but this Phantom Lancer is not something they can really deal with. This Necrophos is 4th from the bottom in net worth. As powerful as Scythe is, it kind of has to be level 2 at this point. Oh, Scourge is picking a fight with Brink. Cold Snap, keeping him chain stunned permanently? Really? Might die to a Sunstrike, keep an eye on that. He's fine. And looks like the Invoker got out of there just fine as well. Blue Pikachu are rallying pretty hard here in the second game. Again, this is a game where they're 1 game down, so it is 1-0 for the Dire here. Not an incredibly huge fan of this draft. It didn't really like occur to me that offensive tri-lane would be a thing that Blue Pikachu would be doing. But man, it is absolutely backbreaking. Probably should have. I mean, AA is the tri-lane hero. Venge is a premium tri-lane hero as well. Now, last game, there was a very similar lead that the teams kind of both ended up sitting on. This game, there's a chance that Blue Pikachu kind of just chill with this lead as well. It's not really a great decision, and I would really like to see them group up and start taking some objectives right now. They're still getting some pretty fat items. Force Staff is big on the Venge, especially if you're going up against an Omni Knight, and potentially even an Ice Wall. Makes a difference there for sure. Mechanism into Guardian Greaves and or Pipe is incredible, and hey, if you go for an Invoker pick, why the hell not? He's iced up, and he is super dead. Well, if the gates weren't open before, they sure as hell are now. Tier 2 top lane already is being pushed by the Lancer. And, by pushed, I mean is already dead to the Phantom Lancer. So there's that. Time to go for a little bit more. Time to break high ground. Invoker really is the only hero they have to be concerned about right now. They have a swap, level 2. So if you go into the circle, anyone from Snakewingz, you're in a lot of trouble. Monkey King got spotted. Magic Missile held though. Didn't quite get in range in time. Force Staff coming in for the Venge. Here comes the charge onto the Phantom Lance, who's kind of low on mana. Already uses Doppelgang out, but a big Ice Blast coming in. Lands onto 2. Monkey King's ult is going to be deployed in the back, but it's not really doing all that much because they're not in the back. They're in the front. The entirety of the Blue Pikachu side are going ham in the front of the base. They can't burst down the Necrophos just yet. Now Whiskey may have overcommitted. Tornado coming in. Lands onto 2. Not bad, but they do need more damage coming out right now. Where is it? GA goes down. And that will help a lot, but here comes the emergency Uber services. They will not save their Vengeful Spirit. They will claim the racks just before they leave. Super narrow timings. It is only a range racks, and they do lose the Venge, but that is as good as it's going to get once that GA drops. Phantom Lancer started that kind of poor on mana. I don't think an EMP lands or anything like that. It was just like him spamming his abilities. And yeah, the loss of the Venge is pretty bad, but they're going to be crying about that all the way to the bank. Necrophos has a lot of gold, I guess, but he has absolutely nothing outside of that. A Sacred Relic will do him a whole lot of nothing, because what the hell is a Necrophos going to do with 60 damage? It's time for carry Necrophos, the right clicker. They need a pick off, and they need it on, I'm not sure if they can get this hero. He's so tanky. Here he does have a barrier coming up. Tornado and barrier. Can they burst him down? Firestorm is there. Hit onto 2. And Phantom Lancer and Night Stalker both coming in. And they got jebaited hard. Oh, the Underlord is way too fat to be picked off in that fashion. And it's Frempo, who's in a lot of trouble as well. Swap back really far back. Right into the clutches of the Phantom Lancer Illusion Swarm. 3 down for free. No big deal. And just like that, the gates are wide open once again. Go down mid lane, why not? You can also go for the shrines, or go for Roche, or do whatever you want. World is their oyster right now. Seems like the play is going to be shove in the mid lane, slide top. I like it. Once the backdoor protection disables, there we go. They'll take down in no time. There's a Lincoln Sphere flying out to the Lancer. So Scythe is going to be really, really hard to use now on the next post, as if it wasn't hard before. And this game is looking pretty darn over. Stark contrast to the last game, where the lanes were, for the most part, a wash. Slightly going either way, but, you know, it's nothing too big. This game, Blue Pikachu absolutely raffle stomped their lanes, pushed with that advantage, and now they're going to jump back to the shrine, fill the tanks, go for Roche, and probably go bottom lane, right? I mean, they know that they've shut down this Necrophos so much. And 25-minute Radiance is... How do I put this delicately? Terrible. It's not good. It is not going to save them right now. Travels is also not going to save them right now. They just need a Scythe to land off of some hero who gets really stupid with their positioning. I'm not really sure how that's possible, considering how Blue Pikachu have been playing right now, but they need it to happen. Anything less than that just won't work, man. That does not look like a Diffusal Blade at all. It looks like it when you mouse in, but I cannot tell, looking at this, that this is a Diffusal Blade. Perhaps I'm blind. Maybe the case. Play is called. Hey guys, we got Roach, we got double life on our Lancer. The enemy team doesn't have Jack. Let's go push and win. They'll have top lane and mid lane pushing in. Invoker does have travels, so he can kind of deal with it. It's not really where you want to be as an Invoker. The Omnite this game going for a much more defensive build. Kind of out of necessity, but he went for Mech, and there's an Ice Blast on AA. So even then, Omnite's kind of mediocre. There's also an Ags on save. Didn't mention that before. I mean, there's pretty much no map control at all for the Dyers, so the Aghanim Scepter won't get that much value, but man, they can pick their shots. Not quite level 3 swap just yet, but between the Vision of the Night Stalker and a level 2 swap, level 3 swap, if you see anyone get even remotely close, they're just dead. Speaking of, Frempel in a little bit of trouble here. Pit goes on to 2. Here comes the ice. It's going to land onto the... Oh my god. Okay, that was a Necrophos. He is super dead now. Save picks him off. Ice Wall goes out, but Invoker is not able to do anything off of that Ice Wall. They're going to try to gun for the Night Stalker. They should be able to take him out. And they will do... Oh no, Guardian Greaves comes in just in the nick of time. It saves them versus the Deafening Blast. The Night Stalker will survive. What a godly play by the Underlord. In the meantime, Lancer is just going off in the background. No one can actually deal with him. He will fall back because, hey, there's more important things to do, like go for the racks. But GG is already called, and in a quick and decisive 28-minute game, Blue Pikachu are going to tie the series up and push it to a Game 3. Alrin is just going for it, man. A little bit too much, but whatever. And that, guys, is how you win lanes. How to win lanes and influence people. That top lane was, as Toby just said, a disaster. And when that happens to your Necrophos, and when you have supports like a Spirit Breaker and a Monkey King who can do actually nothing, it's just Blue Pikachu taking a nice clean win, guys. This is a best of 3. Currently tied up 1-1. And we will see who's able to move forward in the SLI qualifiers. Guys, I'm Mike Lohr. It's been a pleasure casting these games for you. I'll be right back in just a little bit after I show you some of these, quite frankly, a little bit depressing stats. Alright guys, I'll be right back.